Hey folks, imagine this. You're digging through your old coin jar, probably looking for some spare change for coffee, when you spot an old, worn-out penny. No big deal, right? Just another 1-cent coin. But what if I told you that one simple penny, yes, a 1978 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.70 million? Yeah, you heard me right. $1 million penny could be sitting in your pocket right now, completely unappreciated. Come on, that's gotta be a joke. But trust me, this isn't some late-night infomercial nonsense. Today, we're diving deep into the story of this insanely valuable penny, why it's worth so much, how to tell if you have one, and how you can cash in if you strike gold. Uh, I mean, copper. And stick around, because I'm also going to share a story about the time I almost threw away a valuable coin myself. Trust me, you don't want to make the same mistake. So, the first thing to understand is that most 1978 pennies were made in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The ones from Denver have a little d under the date, and the San Francisco ones have an S. But Philadelphia pennies? They usually don't have a mint mark, and normally, that's not a big deal. But here's where things get wild. There's a rare version of the 1978 no mint mark penny that was struck using an experimental planchet, basically, the metal disc that turns into a coin. Instead of the usual 95% copper and 5% zinc blend, this penny was made with a different composition, which gives it a slightly off-color appearance and a unique weight. And because it was an accident, like that time I tried cutting my own hair, only a few of these pennies ever made it into circulation. Now, let's talk numbers. Out of the millions of pennies minted in 1978, only a tiny handful of these rare experimental pennies are known to exist. We're talking about a few coins that somehow escaped the mint's quality control, just like that one time I escaped a speeding ticket by pretending I didn't know my speedometer was broken. Spoiler alert, it wasn't broken, but my acting skills saved the day. Because of this insane rarity, collectors are willing to pay big bucks for one in pristine condition. And by big bucks, I mean up to $1.7 million at auction. That's not just life-changing money, it's buy a new house and never worry about bills again kind of money. How to tell if you have the $1 million penny? Okay, now that I've got you frantically checking your pockets, let's talk about how to identify this golden. Copper, ticket.it should have NO letter under the date. If you see a D or an S, sorry, you're out of luck. A normal 1978 penny should weigh 3.11 grams. But this rare version has a different weight due to its experimental composition. You'll need a precise coin scale to check. This penny has a slightly different color tone than regular ones. It might have a brighter or duller copper appearance. Magnet test. This isn't foolproof, but some versions have different metal content that reacts to magnets. Give it a try. If your penny checks all these boxes, congratulations. You might be holding $1 million coin in your hands. And if that's the case, don't go spinning it on a gumball machine. Instead, take it to a professional coin grader ASAP. Now, let me tell you a quick story that still haunts me. A few years back, I was helping my grandpa clean out his old desk, and we found a coffee can full of pennies. My younger self, being the genius that I was, took one look and thought, meh, just a bunch of pocket change. So, without thinking twice, I dumped the whole thing into a Coinstar machine at the grocery store. Later that night, I decided to do some research because hindsight is always 20/20ths, and realized that one of the coins I had tossed might have been a rare variety worth thousands. I'm telling you, I have never felt a greater sense of regret in my life. It was like accidentally deleting an important email or sending a text to the wrong person, but 10 times worse. Always check your coins before getting rid of them. That coffee can could have been my ticket to an early retirement. Instead, I got about $7 in loose change. Never underestimate your pocket change. That little penny jingling in your cup holder or hiding between your couch cushions could be worth a fortune. And if you're lucky enough to find one of these 1978 no mint mark experimental pennies, well, you might just become a millionaire overnight. Before you go digging through your coin jars, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel for more tips on rare coins worth money, collecting strategies, and insider secrets on how to turn loose change into big bucks. Also, drop a comment below. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? I'd love to hear your stories, especially if they don't end in regret like mine did. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Have you ever wondered if that humble penny jingling in your pocket could be worth a fortune? Well, today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1965 Lincoln penny. Yes, that unassuming coin without a mint mark, and exploring whether it could make you a millionaire. Spoiler alert, it probably won't, but stick around for some fascinating tales of pennies that did. You're sifting through your spare change, and you stumble upon a 1965 Lincoln penny. No mint mark, nothing seemingly special. But then you recall hearing whispers of rare pennies fetching astronomical prices at auctions. Could this be your ticket to a $1.8 million payday? Let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. First things first, let's talk about the 1965 Lincoln penny. In that year, the U.S. Mint produced a whopping 1,497,224,900 pennies, all minted in Philadelphia, which traditionally didn't use a mint mark for pennies. So, if your 1965 penny lacks a mint mark, it's not an error, it's just how they were made. Now, before you toss that penny aside as just another piece of copper-plated zinc, consider this. While most circulated 1965 pennies are only worth their face value, those in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch a bit more. For instance, a 1965 penny with a grade of MS 65 RD that's mint state 65 with full red luster might be worth around $1. Not exactly retirement money, but hey, it's a start. So where do these tales of million-dollar pennies come from? During World War II, copper was reserved for the war effort and pennies were struck in steel. However, a few copper blanks were mistakenly used, creating the rare 1943 copper penny. One such penny sold for a jaw-dropping $1.7 million in 2019. Now, that's what I call pocket change. This penny bears the initials of its designer, Victor David Brenner, and was minted in San Francisco. With only 484,000 produced, it's a collector's dream. In top condition, it can fetch over $1,200. A minting error resulted in noticeable doubling of the inscriptions. Only a few dozen are known to exist, with one selling for $126,500 in 2005. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I caught the coin collecting bug. One evening, armed with a magnifying glass and a sense of adventure, I decided to inspect my jar of pennies. Hours flew by as I examined each coin, my excitement building with every potential discovery. Did I find a $1 million penny? No, but I did uncover a 1955 penny with a slight doubling effect. It wasn't worth much, but the thrill of the hunt was priceless. Plus, it gave me a newfound appreciation for the artistry and history embedded in our everyday currency. While your 1965 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't likely to make you a millionaire, the world of coin collecting is rich with history, artistry, and the occasional treasure. So, next time you find a penny, take a moment to appreciate its journey and the stories it might tell. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating realm of pennies and want to uncover more hidden treasures in your pocket change, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's explore the captivating world of numismatics together. Who knows? Your next penny could be a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. All right, imagine this. You're digging through your pocket for some spare change, maybe to buy a coffee or feed a parking meter, and you casually toss a penny aside because, well, it's just a penny, right? Wrong. What if I told you that one little 1996 D. Lincoln penny could be worth, brace yourself, $1.9 million? Yeah, you heard me right. That's not a typo. That's enough to buy a mansion, a fancy car, and still have money left over for unlimited tacos. Now, before you start frantically checking under your couch cushions, stick around because today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1996 D. Lincoln penny, why it's worth so much, and how you might just have a hidden fortune sitting in your pocket change. So, what makes this little copper-coated wonder worth almost $2 million? The answer is simple, a rare minting error. Yep, mistakes happen everywhere, even at the US Mint. And when they do, coin collectors go absolutely bonkers. The 1996 D penny that sold for $1.9 million had a very specific kind of minting error. It was what's called a double die obverse, meaning the front of the coin, where good old Abe Lincoln's face was struck twice, causing a noticeable doubling effect. This isn't just a tiny smudge or a barely visible flaw. We're talking clear, obvious doubling in Lincoln's eye, his lips, and even some of the lettering. Most people don't even look at their pennies close enough to notice something like this. That's why these rare error coins can slip through the cracks and end up in circulation. It's entirely possible that someone used a $1 million penny to buy a pack of gum without even realizing it. All right, so how do you check your 1996 D pennies without looking like a total lunatic at the grocery store? Simple. You need a good magnifying glass, Or if you're fancy, a jeweler's loop. Obvious doubling on Lincoln's face and features doubling in the words Liberty and the date 1996. A strong D mint mark that might look slightly distorted or doubled if you spot any of these signs. Congratulations! You might be holding on to a seriously valuable coin. But don't start spending your imaginary millions just yet. We need to talk about getting it authenticated. Now, I know what you're thinking. I found one. I'm rich. Slow down, my friend. Before you call up a real estate agent to buy a beach house, you need to get your coin professionally graded. The best way to do this is by sending it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. These guys are the real deal. They'll inspect your coin, certify its authenticity, and give it a grade based on its condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable it is. It was in nearly flawless condition, graded MS68RD, which is almost unheard of. Most pennies in circulation are going to be way lower on the grading scale, but even a lower-grade double-die penny could still fetch thousands. Not bad for a coin you found in your car's cup holder. Now, let me tell you a little personal story. A few years ago, I was at my grandma's house, helping her roll up some loose change. You know, the old-school way, with paper rolls and everything. I wasn't expecting to find anything special, but I figured I'd take a closer look, just in case. As I'm going through the pennies, I spot one that looks a little off. The date seemed kind of blurry, almost like it had a shadow. My heart started racing. Could it be a rare double die? Was I about to become a millionaire right there in Grandma's living room? Well, I took it to a local coin shop, and let's just say it wasn't exactly retirement money. It turned out to be a slightly misaligned die error, cool, but only worth about 20 bucks. But hey, that's still 20 bucks for a penny, right? Moral of the story, always check your change. You never know what you might find. If you've got some 1996 deep pennies lying around, grab a magnifying glass and start inspecting. If you think you've found something valuable, get it authenticated and graded. And if it turns out to be the real deal, well, congratulations, you're about to be a millionaire. All right, my fellow treasure hunters, that's it for today's deep dive into the 1996 D Lincoln penny. Who knew that something as small as a penny could be worth life-changing money? It just goes to show that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. So, here's your mission. Go check your change jar, your car, your couch cushions, anywhere pennies might be hiding. You never know, you could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. And if you love learning about rare coins, valuable finds, and strategies to make money from your pocket change, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and jaw-dropping coin stories coming your way. Hit that like button. Share this with your friends, especially the ones who think pennies are worthless, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Have you ever come across a penny in your pocket and thought, just a penny? Well, what if I told you that one single 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is now worth a staggering $2 million? Yep, you heard that right. A tiny, unassuming 1-cent coin could be the key to an early retirement. Now, before you go running to your piggy bank, let me tell you something. I used to be just like you, tossing pennies aside like they were nothing. In fact, I once found a weird-looking penny on my desk, shrugged, and used it to scratch a lottery ticket. Guess what? The lottery ticket won me exactly nothing. But that penny? It could have been a small fortune, and I'll never know. Lesson learned. Today, we're diving deep into the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. What makes it so valuable? How can you tell if you have one? And most importantly, where can you cash in if you strike it rich? Stick around, because this is one penny story you won't want to miss. All right, let's talk about why this little copper coin is causing such a stir. The 1972 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia, but that's not what makes it special. The real reason this coin is worth millions is because of a rare and dramatic doubling error known as a double die obverse. That's a fancy way of saying the coin was struck twice slightly off, creating a doubling effect on the front side. You can see this doubling on Lincoln's face, the word Liberty, and even the date 1972 itself. If your penny looks like it has a case of double vision, congratulations, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Now, I know what you're thinking. A doubling error? Who cares? Well, collectors care a lot. And when collectors want something, the price skyrockets faster than my willpower at a buffet. So, let's get to the part everyone wants to know. How much money are we talking about? Regular 1972 pennies, no errors, just a standard coin, are worth about a penny. Maybe a few cents if it's in great shape. 1972 double die pennies in circulated condition. Now we're talking anywhere from $100 to $1,500 depending on the grade. Uncirculated 1972 double die pennies have sold for $10,000 to $50,000 at auctions. And then there's the Holy Grail, a perfect, high-grade 1972 double die penny with no wear, graded MS 67 or higher. One of these just sold for $2 million to a serious collector. That's right, $2 million for a penny. Try explaining that to your skeptical uncle at Thanksgiving dinner. Now, before you dump your entire change jar on the kitchen table, let's talk about how to identify this coin without a magnifying glass the size of a telescope. Look for doubling on the obverse front of the coin, especially in the words Liberty and In God We Trust. The date 1972 should also show clear doubling. Because sometimes the doubling is subtle. If your eyesight is anything like mine after staring at coins for years, you'll need a little help. The fewer scratches and dings, the better. A flawless one is where the real money is. So, you've checked your coins, and lo and behold, you've got what looks like a 1972 double die penny. Now what? Do you just waltz into a bank and demand $2 million? I wish. Some of these have sold for thousands here, but make sure you get your coin professionally graded first. One of the biggest coin auction houses where serious collectors are willing to drop big bucks. Visit a reputable coin dealer or attend a coin show to get an appraisal. But be careful, some dealers will try to lowball you. Sometimes, private collectors are looking for specific coins and will pay more than dealers. Now, let's say you check all your pennies and nothing. No $1 million jackpot. Should you be discouraged? No way. The good news is this isn't the only valuable penny out there. Ever heard of the 1943 copper penny? How about the 1955 double die penny? These are all still out there, waiting to be found. And guess what? People find them in pocket change, old jars, and even stuck in car seats. Speaking of weird places to find valuable coins, one time, I found an old wheat penny in my grandpa's recliner. I thought, cool, an old penny. Turns out, it was a 1914 D worth over $200. Moral of the story? Never underestimate the power of a lost penny or the depth of a grandpa's recliner. That penny sitting in your coin jar right now might just be worth more than your car, maybe even your house. And all it takes is a little time, a magnifier, and some patience to check your collection. If you found today's video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I've got plenty more coin tips, rare finds, and money-making strategies coming your way. Trust me, you don't want to miss out, especially if the next video could help you find a rare coin worth thousands. Hello, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine this, a humble penny, jingling in your pocket, could be worth a staggering $2.1 million. Sounds like a plot twist from a treasure hunt movie, right? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1973 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that might just make you rethink the value of spare change. Now, before you start emptying your piggy banks and scouring couch cushions, let's get one thing straight. Not every 1973 D penny is a golden ticket to millionaire status. But understanding what makes certain coins exceptionally valuable can be both enlightening and, who knows, potentially profitable. In 1973, the Denver Mint produced over 3.5 billion Lincoln pennies. These coins are composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing in at 3.11 grams each. The D Mint mark, located just below the date on the obverse side, signifies its origin from the Denver Mint. Silver recyclers for the most part, these pennies in circulated condition hold a value equivalent to their copper content, about 2 cents. However, uncirculated coins, especially those in pristine condition, can fetch higher prices. For instance, a 1973 D penny graded MS 65 RD, a high mint state grade, is valued around $1. Rarest.org. The coin world buzzes with tales of pennies fetching astronomical sums at auctions. While number 1973 D penny has officially sold for $2.1 million, certain factors can skyrocket a coin's value. Silver recyclers' coins with unique errors, like double dies or off-center strikes, are highly sought after by collectors. These anomalies make the coin rare and, therefore, more valuable. Rarest.org. The state of preservation plays a crucial role. Coins that have never been in circulation and exhibit no wear, known as mint state coins, are graded higher and can command premium prices. Historical significance. Certain coins, due to their historical context or limited mintage, become more valuable over time. Let me share a little story. A few years back, during one of my routine visits to a local flea market, I stumbled upon a jar filled with old coins. Among them was a 1973 D penny that looked remarkably pristine. My heart raced. Could this be the jackpot? I rushed home, examined it under a magnifying glass, and even considered sending it for professional grading. Alas, upon closer inspection, it was just a well-preserved regular penny. No rare errors, no unique features. But that thrill, that momentary dream of discovering a hidden treasure, is what makes coin collecting so exhilarating. If you're intrigued and want to explore the world of coin collecting, here are some friendly tips. Learn about different coins, mint marks, and what makes certain coins valuable. Always check your coins. You never know when you might find a rare gem in your everyday transactions. Engage with fellow enthusiasts. They can offer insights, share experiences, and guide you on your journey. Handle with care. If you believe you found a valuable coin, handle it carefully. Preserving its condition is key to maintaining its value. While the tale of a 1973 D penny selling for $2.1 million remains more myth than reality, the world of coin collecting is filled with surprises. It's a hobby that combines history, art, and the thrill of the hunt. So, next time you hear that jingle in your pocket, remember, every penny tells a story, and who knows, one might just change yours. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable coins and want to uncover more tips, tricks, and tales, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's continue this treasure hunt together. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and suddenly, you stumble upon a penny that's worth a jaw-dropping $2.2 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, hold on to your hats, because today we're diving deep into the world of rare pennies, debunking myths, and sharing some laughs along the way. You know that feeling when you find a crumpled dollar bill in your old jeans? Now, multiply that excitement by a million literally. There's been buzz about certain pennies fetching astronomical prices at auctions. But before you start emptying your piggy banks, let's get the facts straight. First off, let's talk about the 2016 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. In 2016, the U.S. Mint produced billions, yes, billions, of these pennies at the Philadelphia facility, which traditionally doesn't use a mint mark. So, if you have a 2016 penny without a mint mark, congratulations. You want a perfectly normal, everyday penny. In uncirculated condition, it might fetch you about 30 cents. Not exactly retirement money, but hey, it's something. Now, onto the juicy part. There are indeed pennies that have sold for mind-blowing amounts. Take the 1943 copper penny, for example. During World War II, pennies were supposed to be made from steel to conserve copper. However, a few copper blanks got through, resulting in pennies that are now worth over $1 million. One such penny fetched $840,000 at auction. Another notable mention is the 1909 SVB penny. This coin features the initials of its designer, Victor David Brenner, and had a limited mintage, making it highly sought after. Some have sold for over $360,000. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was at a garage sale and spotted a jar filled with old coins. Among them was a 1955 penny with a peculiar doubling effect on the date. My heart raced as I remembered reading about the famous 1955 doubled die penny. Could it be? I bought the jar for a mere $5 and rushed home. After some research and a visit to a local coin expert, I discovered it was indeed the real deal. That penny ended up selling for a tidy sum, and I learned the thrill of the hunt in coin collecting. If you're now inspired to embark on your own penny hunting adventure, here are some tips. Familiarize yourself with key dates and mint errors. Knowledge is your best tool. You never know when a rare coin might pop up in your everyday transactions. The U.S. Sun engage with experts who can guide you and validate your finds. There are numerous forums where enthusiasts share their discoveries and insights. While the idea of finding a $2.2 million penny in your pocket is exhilarating, it's essential to approach coin collecting with a blend of enthusiasm and realism. Rare coins do exist, but they're called rare for a reason. The true joy lies in the hunt, the stories behind each coin, and the community of fellow enthusiasts. So, next time you come across a penny, take a moment to appreciate its history. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next lucky treasure hunter. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable coins and want more tips on spotting treasures in your change, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin aficionados and let's uncover the hidden gems in our pockets together. Hey, coin hunters. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket, thinking it's just a regular old Lincoln cent, and then realizing it's worth over $2 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A 2006 D Lincoln penny, one single cent, sold for a jaw-dropping $2.3 million. Now, before you dump out your change jar all over the kitchen table, let's talk about what makes this coin so valuable, how you can spot one in your collection, and most importantly, how to cash in if you find one. But first, let me tell you about the time I almost lost out on a valuable coin because I wasn't paying attention. Picture this. I'm in line at the gas station, grabbing a coffee, and I get a handful of change back. I glance at it, see a penny, and like most people, I'm about to toss it in the leave a penny, take a penny tray. But something stops me. I take a second look, and it's a wheat penny from the 1940s. Not $1 million find, but still worth more than a cent. That moment taught me always check your change, and that's why today, I don't want you making the mistake of overlooking this little copper treasure. Let's get into what makes the 2006 D Lincoln penny so insanely valuable and how you can identify one. What's so magical about this 2006 D penny? It's not old, it's not silver, and most people have never heard of a modern penny being worth millions. The secret? A rare mint error. There's a specific 2006 D Lincoln penny that was accidentally struck on a 90% silver planchet instead of a regular copper zinc one. This wasn't supposed to happen. Pennies stopped being made of silver over a century ago. Somehow, a leftover silver blank, probably intended for a dime, ended up in the coin press at the Denver Mint, and a Lincoln penny design was struck on it. That mistake created one of the rarest modern pennies ever discovered. Now, before you go checking every single 2006 D penny you've ever touched, here's what you need to look for. A normal 2006 penny weighs 2.5 grams. The silver era coin weighs 2.7 grams. Doesn't seem like much, but trust me, that difference is huge in the coin world. A small digital scale will save you a lot of guesswork. Regular pennies have a reddish or brownish tone, especially if they've been circulating. But this silver era coin? It has a distinct bright silver luster that doesn't fade like regular pennies. If your 2006 D penny looks oddly shiny, take a closer look. Okay, this one is old school, but it works. Tap a normal penny against a hard surface, it'll make a dull, clunky sound. Now, if you take a silver coin and do the same, you'll hear a high-pitched ring. If your 2006 D penny sings, you just might be holding a small fortune. Now, let's talk numbers. A standard 2006 D penny? Worth a penny. But this silver era version? The last one sold at auction for $2.3 million. Yes, million. That's enough to buy a luxury sports car, pay off your mortgage, or buy 2.3 million McChickens, if that's your thing. Why so valuable? Because it's one of a kind, or at least, so rare that only a handful are known to exist. The rarer the coin, the higher the price tag. Alright, so let's say you hit the jackpot and find a weirdly heavy, shiny, silver-like 2006 D penny. Don't spend it. I repeat, do not accidentally use it to buy a pack of gum. Instead, get a jeweler's scale and weigh it. If it's 2.7 grams, congratulations, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Or, well, a silver mine. The big money only comes when your coin is officially authenticated. Send it to PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, to get it graded. A verified silver era coin gets the serious collector's bidding. You don't want to list a coin like this on eBay for $50 and hope for the best. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers are where the real money is. They connect you with collectors willing to drop millions on rare finds. So there you have it, folks. A 2006 D Lincoln penny worth $2.3 million is out there, possibly hiding in someone's piggy bank, couch cushions, or that change jar on your nightstand. You go home, check your coins, and boom, you find one. Life-changing, right? But even if you don't find this exact penny, today's lesson still stands. Check your change, because valuable coins are hiding in plain sight. And hey, if you love learning about rare coins that could make you rich, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications and stick around. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and crazy stories about coins that are worth way more than face value. You won't want to miss the next one. Now go check your pockets. You just might be a millionaire and not even know it. Hey there, Coin lovers, imagine this. You're at the grocery store, digging through your pocket for change, and you casually hand over a penny. A plain old 2003 Lincoln penny. Nothing special, right? But what if I told you that little copper coin could be worth $2.4 million? Yeah, you heard that right. $2.4 million. Now, before you go raiding your couch cushions and flipping over every penny in sight, let me tell you why this particular 2003 no mint Mark Lincoln penny is so valuable. We're about to break it down, what makes it rare, how to spot one, and what to do if you hit the jackpot. Plus, I'll share a little story about the time I almost threw away a rare coin. Yeah, you're going to want to hear this one. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into the wild world of valuable pennies. All right. So what makes this one little penny so special? First off, it's a 2003 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. That means it was made in Philadelphia. But here's where things get interesting. Some of these coins were struck with an extreme error, an off-metal composition, or a striking mistake that turned an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Now, if you're thinking, okay, cool, but how do I know if I have one? Don't worry, I got you. How to spot the $1 million penny if you have a 2003 penny without a mint mark. Here's what to check for. A regular 2003 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. But the valuable ones? They might be struck on the wrong planchet, making them lighter or heavier than normal. A good digital scale is your best friend here. If your penny looks more silver than copper, or if it has a strange surface texture, you might be onto something. Strike errors. Some rare 2003 pennies were struck twice, off-center, or on foreign coin blanks. These minting mistakes can turn an ordinary penny into a payday. Now, let's talk money. The reason this coin has such a mind-blowing price tag is because a unique error version sold at an auction for, drumroll please, $2.4 million. Why? Because collectors go absolutely nuts for extreme minting errors, especially on modern coins. To put it in perspective, that's like turning a single penny into a brand new Ferrari, or a mansion, or a lifetime supply of tacos, whatever floats your boat. Now, let me tell you about the time I almost made the biggest mistake of my life. A few years ago, I was rolling up some change to take to the bank, just trying to get rid of all those pennies cluttering my drawers. I was halfway through when I spotted a weird-looking penny. It was a little shinier, felt slightly different, but I thought, just another beat-up coin. I tossed it in with the rest and cashed it in for a whopping $5. No big deal, right? I learned about a rare coin that matched the one I had thrown away. And guess what? That bad boy was worth over $5,000. I sat there in silence for a good 5 minutes, just staring at my empty coin jar, thinking about all the ways I could have spent that money. All right, so let's say you check your pennies and you think you've struck gold. What now? I know it's tempting, but collectors want coins in their natural state. Cleaning them can actually decrease their value. Use a digital scale to check if it matches the rare error weight. A professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and certify your find. This is key to getting top dollar. If you've got the real deal, auctions or private collectors will be fighting over it. One tiny little penny that could change your life. The 2003 no mint Mark Lincoln penny might just be lurking in your spare change, waiting to turn you into a millionaire. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I drop videos all the time on coins worth money, hidden treasures in your pocket change, and the best strategies for finding valuable coins. Trust me, you don't want to miss out, unless you enjoy accidentally throwing away thousands of dollars like I did. Now go check your pennies, and I'll see you in the next one.